ball. So little time left. They had to hit those knocks. Crazy rotation on the end. But then Chips just said, nah, I'm going to hit these shots. And they shut Reject down. What a game.
Oh, wait, D+1? I was just looking at Dorian the entire time. You know, just with APG, you know, with all the memes, just sending it. But no, looking at the leaderboards, I feel like we have to seal the fate of some teams here, Hot Jukes. Team Secret, 0 points. Chiamba, 0 points. For me, game over. For me, those teams, you're going home after this. I don't see a comeback. Not only mathematically speaking, but also in terms of their presence on the battlegrounds, it's just, we haven't seen anything. So for me, Team Secret, Chiamba, it's game over.
I agree 100%. And that's going to mix things up for sure, right? Because right now we're going to have 2 teams for sure that we know are not going to make it to that last chance stage. And guess what, Neptura? That means they got nothing to lose.
Yeah, that is so true, especially when you go, it's the final Erangel, we can just go all for it. And you know, game 6 as well, it's going to be the final game, we can just go all out. And yeah, as we look at these leaderboards, there's reason to do that, right? The top 3 looking pretty solid, maybe down to 6th place, could really just try and snatch that 3rd place away from GOAT. Play with it, Max.
I'm looking at the bottom of the leaderboards in particular here. Reject 65 points. They started off the day with 38, man. They're having their best day so far by a significant margin too, and they're just shy of pushing themselves finally out of the bottom 5, Hot Jukes. But they need to keep going. They can't stop now. Reject, if we want to see one Japanese team in the finals, it can only be them.
Well, let's see if it's going to be, but get your popcorn ready. We're going to be right back after this break.
meloloskan tim inilah ke grand final karena 2 kali PMGC kita nggak loloskan.
The emotion driving me is like probably a bit of regret. We were so close, especially in the last games. We were top 1 and then we dropped down to top 3.
이제 저희가 작년 세계대회 우승했던 것만큼 압박도 있고
去年はなかなか世界大会優勝 PMG を優勝ということもあってモチベーションがなかなか保てずにいて PMGC に出場することすらできなかったんですけど
I would definitely say I'm coming back for redemption this time. I believe this is my moment to win PMGC this year. I have a really good team. We prepared really well. So if there's a chance to win it, I think this is it.
쉽다고는 생각 안 하는데 저희가 또 PMGC에 왔으니까 저희가 열심히 하고 또 실수하지 않으면은 우승할 수 있다고 생각해요.
Senang banget sih di saat ini kita bisa kembali lagi di PMGC yang dimana kita salah satu tim satu-satunya Indonesia yang bermain di sini. 私たちはこれまでにも世界の舞台で強烈なデビューを飾りこのチームがどれほどの実力を持っているかを証明しましたチームメイトを信じていますし再びやり遂げられると本気で思っています
I would say I want people to remember that I always tried hard and no matter what the result, I showed up in a good way.
Sekarang waktunya kita untuk bawa piala ke Indonesia lagi.
目標はシンプルですグランドファイナルに進出し世界タイトルを取ること、今回は PMGC トロフィーを持ち帰ります
저희가 더 열심히 해서 꼭 우승하도록 하겠습니다.
Getting closer to find out which 3 teams will be going to the finals from Group Green and which 5 teams will be eliminated and which 8 teams are going to go to last chance. I'm joined by none other than Snape from Alter Ego. Alter Ego currently not having the best performing day in comparison to what we've seen in the past 2 days. For this squad, what is the plan for the remaining 3 matches to make sure that you can actually get up there in the top 3?
Okay, Snip, kalau kita lihat performa AE sekarang tidaklah begitu yang seperti kita lihat dari hari-hari kemarin. Ya, apa rencana AE dan juga Snip buat sisa 3 game lagi nih?
Paling dari kita karena 3 game sebelumnya nggak berjalan baik. Game 3 selanjutnya mungkin kita harus menjaga dari kayak mentalitas dari setiap individu ya. Jadi kayak dari kepercayaan diri sama semangat tuh harus yang kayak kayak biasa aja lah. Yang kayak ya tetap harus percaya diri sih. Itu paling dari sisa 3 matchnya. Kalau dari segi makro nggak begitu banyak berubah lah kalau dari kita.
Yeah, I mean, we not really perform on the first 3 match. I think for the last remaining 3 match, it's the game of like mentality. I think for each individual, they still need to like prepare their mentality. They need to be that confident. It's because right now it's not about macro, it's not about micro, it's about the mentality itself. So we're looking forward for the next 3 game.
Okay, well, I'm hoping that that mentality is going to shine through. I'm pretty sure all of Indonesia is going to be hoping for that. Thank you so much, Tarima Kasi. And I have none other than Rafinha here from Loops Esports. It feels like history is currently repeating itself. Last year at PMGC, you were able to qualify to last chance via 11th place. Right now, you are in 11th place as well. How will you be approaching the last 3 games to make sure you can make it to last chance?
Então, ano passado, no PMGC, vocês acabaram classificando para o Last Chance em 11º lugar de novo. E agora vocês estão no mesmo lugar. Então, como é que vocês vão fazer esse approach para o próximo jogo, para os 3 últimos jogos finais?
Bom, a gente está aplicando hoje aquilo que foi planejado nos 2 primeiros dias e a gente vai tentar manter essa pegada. Começamos muito bem as 3 primeiras partidas, então é manter e o top 3 ainda é uma realidade, então continuar mirando sempre no topo. E é isso, atingiremos.
So we would continue to apply all the knowledge that we have in the game, and we were planning for the two days. But we are really happy. We started with like 3 very good matches, and we are happy. We are aiming for the top 3, and yes.
Hopefully that's going to be the case, because good thing you had those 3 matches. You have had a resurgence from Reject. You see OG as well, currently playing with nothing to lose. Those teams are 18 and 19 points away from you. In the last 3 games, do you think that Reject or OG can catch you?
Então, a OG e a Reject estão bem próximos de vocês, né? Estão ali entre os 19 e 18 pontos. Você acha que eles conseguem pegar vocês?
Never.
Ooh, no need for translation on that one. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The final 3 games of Group Green are coming to you.
Never. That's what I like to hear right there. That is how you do it. I'll tell you what, though, from never to always, man. We got to show love to the Infinix GT30 series, the official gaming phone of PMGC 2025. Engineered for precision, performance, and victory, empowering every gamer to be the one and outplay the rest on the global stage. I'll tell you what, Loops need to apply all that knowledge and then some if they want to make it into the top 3, because mathematically it's still possible, right, with what we have left today. But it's going to require a massive game here and now, because these teams in the mid
So I'm still waiting for his moment. He was, for a time, right, the new generation of top-tier players from Americas, and unfortunately, ever since the end of last year, we haven't really seen that kind of rise to fame and glory from Rattoboy. But I believe, Loops, you know what? There's still time. There's still 3 matches. There's still an opportunity for them to make that ascent.
Yeah, let's see if they can make that ascent coming up soon. But you know what? We heard. Oh, close for sure. I think we're going to see these next matches heat up like crazy, because I mean, every single one of these teams, they don't want to go to last chance, right? They want to make it into those finals. So how much percentage do you think we're going to see like the gameplay level up in these last 3 matches? What do you think?
I think 50%.
Cool.
I think 50%. It is a big increase, because I think these teams are kind of holding out just a little bit, but they're definitely doing a lot here already. There's not that much holding back. There's just a little bit, but I think just the intensity from everybody is going to make this a really interesting last few games, especially if we look at the 4th to 6th place, or even 4th to 8th, really, actually, because IC are at 104. In 8th place is Falcons with 96. That's less than 10 points away from a 4th place position for Falcons. So all of those teams in between there definitely going to be bringing in the heat in this next game.
I mean, if I can bring up a negative point here, it's Alter Ego. I'm sorry, they had such a banger performance yesterday. There's nothing to show for it today. Really, this team just kind of disappeared. They've had some decent entry points and stuff, but when it comes to fights, I mean, look at this replay. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but they're just getting completely squashed, literally, by the competition. And there's still time to make up for that maybe rough start of the day, unlike Doran, who clearly has redeemed everything here for his squad. But Alter Ego here, Hotjukes, this is the team that I need to see something from this next game, because otherwise, with how performant and consistent the top teams like APG and D+ currently are today, it's going to be tough to make that comeback.
For sure. I'm going to say it right here and now. I think we got 1 slot left available, and I think that's the 3rd place position with GOAT. Yeah, I mean, D+ have 139. They're playing so well. Alpha Gaming, they're putting up points regardless of the situation. I just think it's too tough to catch up with how chaotic these last 3 matches are going to be. That's in my opinion, you know? So, man, we just see the level up, right, towards these last game. And we just saw Doran, 7 eliminations all by himself. I'm going to tell you, if the Wolves somehow pull it out here and steal that 3rd spot away from GOAT, it's going to be 100% due to that one particular play. I mean, that's a huge difference maker right here, Max.
Could be. I'm actually, you know what? I want to talk about Doran real quick. The fact that we've had so many top-tier players from Romania in the past, like, I'm sure some people are going to remember Eastern Stars. I'm sure that's going to be a callback for some people. And you had Octavian, you had Kapahala, all those guys. And now the one player from that region, Niptura, from Romania, that still stands strong and is able to perform globally from Romania is Dorian. You would have told me like years ago, I would have said there's no way, but no, he is the guy who stood up and is still here to this day.
God, gosh, that's just a blast from the past. You took me back 2-3 years there with some of those names, Max. But yeah, Doran, it's so nice to see a player stand out even back then, continuing to do his thing. He's still on top. He still got it. It's really, really nice to see, especially at this level, right? PMGC, and you're able to get 7 eliminations on your own. 1v7 in PMGC is insane.
Hey, by the way, you're talking about Romania, Texas, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely.
Yeah, no, exactly.
We claim him now, baby. He's on the Wolves. He's rocking that USA flag. That's 100% American. I love to see that. I love to see those plays, and you know, it's these crazy moments, these clutch moments that will just revitalize a squad. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when you get in these high pressure situations, sometimes you need someone to make it happen. Hey, for D+, it's Chips in my eyes, right? Because anytime the going gets tough, you got to hit those hard peaks, that clutch shot. He's doing it for the squad. So, I mean, the fact that D+ has Chips and Nobu going crazy too, man, I mean, it's they're looking full steam ahead to make it to the finals. I'm a lock of it.
While we have a bit of time, I'm trying to think right now, who would be the group green MVP? Like, you got so many contenders. Of course, Chips,
that's a good question.
You got Top for APG. Goat had some step-up players. Rosemary had some great games yesterday. Like, who would be the one to claim that one? I think it's really close. Way closer than what we had during Gauntlet, right? It showed that we kind of had a good inkling of who it would be. But right now, I'm not sure.
I think it's gonna be Chips, to be honest, and the reason I say that is because he was daily MVP yesterday. Was he? Yes. Yes, he was. And then today, we've also had a game from him where he was also MVP of that game, whereas Top has not. So Top was MVP day 1, but the performance overall from Top has not been as standout as Chips continues to do. And so I think it is probably gonna Chips be just inching that one over the rest of the lobby.
That's a good pick. Who do you think, Jukes?
I think that's pretty close. I think it's pretty close right there. I think Alpha is not done yet because I think we saw them do that split in Rondo. That made me hype because I was like, you know what? Yeah, if you're going to mix things up, you really only need one good game if you're Alpha Gaming to lock yourself in, right? The fact that they did that split and they sent Top, like one of their top fraggers out there to try to get some eliminations, I thought was a brilliant play. I think that if they get a normal set, there's no pressure at all on this squad, as opposed to everybody else, pretty much for the most part, Max.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I just cheated a little bit. I just looked. It's currently in order top 5 MVPs for day 1, day 2, not day 3. But it was Top, Nolbu, Rosemary, Falak, and then Chips. So Chips actually way lower than I expected him to. That's kind of a surprise. Wow.
I'm so surprised by that. But I suppose MVP for the team maybe isn't MVP for the lobby, right? He's doing things for the team, but maybe the other guys are just out eclipsing him just that little bit more.
Well, man, now is the time, folks. You gotta put up some points right here, right now. It's the grassy lands of Arendelle for the final time today. John, Blank, who's gonna win this one? Tell me. I want to know.
Well, I don't know about you, but I feel like Doran's gonna win this one. I don't know who he's playing for or whatever. I'm all about him, right? That seems to be the case. He could just take on the entire world on his lonesome. Wow. What a monumental achievement in that last game. But all jokes aside, it's definitely Team Secret winning.
Do you think Team Secret's getting a win here?
100%. Every time, it's Team Secret. No doubt in my mind.
Maybe another Sosnovka circle, potentially. That could be certainly interesting. I think the players probably hate it, though. But yeah, we are getting another game. Probably back to normality, maybe, I hope. In terms of the circle, 2 games in a row that favored over towards Reject, and their immediate rotate across towards Sosnovka was very much needed for them to try and get themselves out from the bottom 5. I think that they are very lucky that they got the double Sosnovka, but they also played it fairly well to get towards 2 endgame finishes. Not quite the chicken dinner, though. Definitely a possibility on that last match, but not quite able to pull it off. The squad's out nice and early, though. And the circle is Far East. So no worries on that Sosnovka finish this time around. Alter Ego get to head up towards that north side around Lipovka Mansion split, so they should have a decent start in this game.
Yeah, that east side will be the focus now, as they send it on in. Nicely dropping down